Watching horses be horses a little bit. It's quiet time-ish. Don't want to play as much as this guy does. He's a cracker. Look at him. He won't leave me alone. I want to sort of pay attention to what's going on a little bit, but this guy is just in my face. Yeah, as usual, don't do what I do, because he's gonna go a little sideways on me if I don't know. The point is that these two are really neat. The Mocha and Luke. And Annie's gonna go over and sort something out. Chompy chomp. Little this, that, and the other, and then they kind of wander off. She goes over to Yoka, and sometimes she tries to wander over here, but this guy's in the way. Look at him. He just never leaves me alone. Am I teaching bad habits? Hey? Okay, that's enough. Damn it. He's so weird. He's so incredibly weird as a horse. Like, this will make him happy. He's like, do it some more. Keep whacking my ear. He doesn't care. You're so weird. Keeps him quiet, I guess. He's not hassling me right now. Which brings me to a comment that I read from Sue, who had observed that the time that I spend with my horses, stop it. Stay over there. The way I talk to them, the way I treat them, the way I react to them and stuff like that. The thing she had said was, it is without hesitation. And I have tried to teach that to other people in the past, that the things that you do with your horse, if you hesitate or you sort of look like you're not really sure what you do, some people call it where an animal can, don't do it. Don't do it. See him come forward like that? It's not good. He's got to stay back here. But the comment on whether or not an animal can smell fear. And smell, I don't think is the right sense. It's really just a lot of good observation. Okay, you're going to get in trouble if you try to chew on me. But he's just constantly playing. But nothing of what either of us are doing, neither of us are hesitating on the thing that we're doing. Like if I was like this and, kind of, well, I don't, that kind of stuff is hesitation or confusion. But if I just walk in and I'm like, hey, back up, you came up too many steps, something like that, there's no hesitation there. It's really clear communication. And that type of horsemanship, I think, is very effective and in turn can be really healthy for these two. They're a lot of fun today. Stop chewing on me. It's driving me mad. Anyways, my point is when you're doing things, there's a lot of training, riding. When people hesitate to hop on a horse, people hesitate to put a halter on a horse, people hesitate to respond to them while leading them. Okay, now you have to move away. So what it becomes is just confusing. And for the horse, they don't live their life like that. A lot of their communication is very, very clear. And it is without that hesitation, without that doubt, without the maybe lack of confidence. If they're not going to do something, then they're just not going to do it. And I've got so many horses around me right now, including you, are consuming a lot of my brain power right now. So we have to be very, very careful that we don't put ourselves in a situation where if you're not experienced, you don't really know what to do. Just don't be in that situation. Like, this is not a good situation. I wouldn't put very many people in a situation like this because he is very playful right now. So he wants to do things that aren't safe for humans, but they're really good for other horses. And we as their owners get to choose whether we want to allow this behavior or not allow this behavior. He's my horse. So, I mean, if I really wanted him to step off and stop, I can display a behavior that says, I've had enough. I'm going to get a little noisy, I'm going to get a little bit big, and he needs to check out a little. Very effective. It's very fast. It's without any doubt. He has no doubt in his mind that he's bothered me, and he's now checking back in, wondering if he can come on back and play. And so what would be good, hello my friend, is for me to come back and just say, I just needed you to stop. And now we're just back into play mode. If I move away from him and I make that decision, it is again another communication to him that I'm willing to move my body away from that activity. But he also has in his head that absolutely zero doubt, zero reaction time of me saying, hey, that's enough, I've had enough. And that communication can then keep you safe. So you allow sort of the bit of the other stuff, and then you make sure your other communication is super clear. But there wasn't any hesitation. I know when I've had enough. I know when I want a thing to happen. And they know that I know. There's a saying that kind of goes around. The horse knows that you know that they know that you know. I don't know if it's a saying, but you hear it. You know, it's important that they know that you know that they know that you know. And that is powerful. And the lack of delay, this is a lot of hesitation. He's actually really hesitating to come up. And now he's sure. Now he's come along. He says, well, I'm pretty sure everything's going to be fine. Right? And then he just is a good boy. He's a lot of fun. But again, I've spent a lot of time with him. So it comes down to, you know, that time is very vital. That you spend with a horse so that you can do these kinds of things. But otherwise, yeah, if you ever feel like you've got a situation coming up, then that lack of hesitation can really be beneficial and important. Because that's what they do. They're always communicating very clearly, very quickly. There's generally no doubt. There's intent, there's follow through. And as such, everybody just speaks really, really clearly. There's no passive aggressiveness, so to speak. There's no possibilities of things. They're just going to be. So, anyways, hopefully that's been a little bit interesting. Just a quick one. Just something that's off the top of my head that I've been thinking about while I'm hanging around with these guys. Especially this guy. You're stuck. You can actually hold a horse's jaw pretty good if you want to. They don't have a lot to kind of get out of it, and in turn, yeah, they get a little bit stuck, and you can play around and goof off. This guy is especially forgiving. I don't know why. He just loves a good playtime. So, anyhow, that's it for this one. Any thoughts or questions? Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. So goofy.